In this clip, we'll look at complex numbers and how to represent them, how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide them. For purposes of illustration, let's assume A is a negative 12 minus 5i, and we'll let B equal 3 minus 2i. We'll start by adding the complex number A to the complex number B. First, we need to hit the mode button and notice that in the 7th line down we have a field called real, which tells us right now we're in real numbers mode, so we need to go and change that to complex mode, or the A plus BI format, which will allow us to represent complex numbers. The way we can do that is we can type in A, which is a negative 12, so a negative 12, minus, so that's subtraction, 5 times I. Now the way we find I on the TI 8384 is we type second period, which has the I above it. And if we hit enter, notice it gives us the number back. Now we can store that, and I'll go ahead and store it in alpha A, so we won't have to continue to type it in order to do the subtraction, the multiplication, and the division. So similarly, we'll type in B, which is 3 minus 2i, so 3 minus 2, and then I again is second period, and we'll go ahead and store that in alpha B. So now we have A and B stored, so we can add A and B by just typing alpha A plus alpha B, enter, and now we see we have the sum of the two complex numbers, which, if you're familiar with how to add them, you add the real parts, so a negative 12 plus 3 is a negative 9, and a minus 5i minus 2i is a negative 7i. Similarly, we would subtract them by going alpha A minus alpha B, enter, and now we have the difference, and the product would be alpha A times alpha B, and in order to divide them we would go alpha A divided by alpha B, enter, and so now we have the quotient of A and B. So once we've stored them in, then we can just use the operators, division, multiplication, subtraction, and addition on the keyboard of our TI to easily perform those 4 basic operations.